And Josh Helmuth here from the bowling alley. I'm learning from one of Bakersfield's best this morning. Stick around if you want to learn some bowling tips and find out what his next step is, ladies and gentlemen. Zack Newman. On the job. That's not as catchy, is it? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's right, Rob. So I'm here with Zack. Zack, you just kind of became semi-pro in a way. Ebonite, they're a bowling ball company. You're one of the representatives now. Fill people in on your bowling history and why they asked you to become a part of that.
You know, people that know me very well would laugh at that question about my bowling history. But but as of, we'll say, the last couple of years, things have turned out, they've been good. You know, I've made a lot of good friends in the bowling alley, and you know, they've kind of helped me mature a little bit. I hear it takes guys a little longer than girls to mature, and I think. Yeah,
I'm not sure we ever really do mature. We probably peak at 30, and then it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, I'd say I'm 28, and I'm still kind of going. But you know, bowling has been just a passion, a dream, you know, ever since I was a kid.
Well, one thing you do that I've always wanted to do, I've never had a ball drilled for it properly, is throw a hook. Okay. Let's show people exactly how you throw a hook, because like I thought you confirmed off camera earlier, it's advantageous to throw a hook rather than throw it straight, because you get that perfect angle coming in at the pins to more likely get a strike.
Right, it's angle through the pins. Gosh, it's a lot of pressure to do this on camera. You know, a lot of guys want to get the chance to bowl on TV, and it's now that it's here, it's like, oh, I don't know, man. So basically, what you want to do. This is my first coach told me back in the day. He said you want to come out, keep your arms straight, and you want to come out like you're shaking somebody's hand. That's your basic hook, your beginner's hook ball release.
Okay.
And I did that, you know, starting at 12 years old. My first coach would have me do it again and again and again and again and again.
And then let's talk about lining up, because when I bowl, I start all the way back here at the second line of dots. You start up forward, and I really wanted to know, I was curious where you're aiming for on the lane, because when you got that hook, it almost looks like it's going to be a gutter, and then it cuts back in last second. Where are you aiming?
It depends on where you're standing. On a lane like this, I've gotten to throw a couple balls on. You know, I told you about oil earlier, and there's not... I
didn't realize the entire lane wasn't oiled. It's only the first 40 feet, you said?
Right. In this house, it varies house to house, but this house generally do about 40, 42 feet.
And that's what causes the ball to really hook in towards the end?
Friction on the back end, yeah.
Okay.
So on this particular lane, I'm going to be standing over here to the left. That's called playing inside. That's generally what I'm good at. You know, every bowler has a strength, and mine is definitely hooking the ball. So if I'm standing here, I'm going to want to be looking at it's that middle arrow right there. That's what you're going to call 20 board.
Okay. Okay, so throw one right now. Aim for that middle arrow. Let's see how you do. I'm going to put you on the spot, Zack. And you know, it's early in the morning. Literally, Zack, you've thrown 2 balls this morning.
Yes.
Just go for it. As you go ahead and toss, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. But Zack has thrown, get this, 25 perfect games. It's ridiculous. He's been bowling since a child. Really picked it up hardcore. As a preteen around 11 or 12 years old. The hook looked good. It looked good, Zack. Stick around, guys. Later on next hour, we're going to see if I can throw a hook. I've never thrown a hook in my life. I will humble brag. I don't average that well. I average maybe a 140 or 150. I have bowled a 230. 230 is my highest.
Very nice.
That was one fluky game, but not a 300. Give me a break. Are you kidding me? My dad was 1 strike away. Ezra Helmuth back in Arthur was 1 strike away from a perfect game a few years ago. Missed on the last strike. I'm not sure how Chopper ever did. Chopper's my biological uncle. Not sure how he did. I don't know.
Josh, I appreciate it. 7:48 now. I think we're all 1 strike away sometimes in life. Thanks so much, Josh.
That's right.
Get back with you.
Bowlers this morning. How are you doing? Any strikes?
Oh, well, you know, I'm doing okay, but let's put it this way. To put things into perspective, we just talked about this off camera. This is Mr. Zack Newman. Zack is kind of like the semi-pro here in town. He just got this incredible opportunity with Ebonite. This is a bowling ball company. But before we get to that, the highest game I've ever bowled is a 230. The best is 300 for those who aren't familiar. Zack averages. What do you average?
This last year was 222.
He averages about what I've bowled best of all time. This guy, he's very good. He's bowled a perfect game 25 times. Got to be one of Bakersfield's, if not the best bowler in Bakersfield. Zack, really briefly, tell people about your cool opportunity that's arisen here because of your tremendous bowling skills.
Well, thank you very much for saying tremendous. So basically what I get to do with Ebonite is I get to represent them in the pro shop back here where I work 1 day a week. I can kind of make their product more well known to the local bowlers in town. And then I can go represent them doing tournaments, things like that. Go throw their equipment, and it's like, hey, this guy, he's bowling pretty good. What's he throwing? You kind of generate interest.
And about how many tournaments do you bowl in per year?
Lately I've been lucky to get out there just because I got a lot of stuff going on with school, college kids. But I'm going to try to do 8 or 10 per year.
Cool. All in California?
Hopefully I get to go to Las Vegas to do. It's called the World Series of Bowling.
And you've won a few of these tournaments, right? How many have you won? How many do you place in? About all of them?
I'm not generally shut out of any tournament I get in. I've probably won 4 or 5.
Very good for you. We went over a hook last hour. We're going to do that again, but before we do, for the casual bowler like me who throws a straight ball, Zach, I want you to give me a lesson on the proper way to throw a straight ball. All right?
Straight ball.
Just to throw a straight ball. So if you can come over here, I want you to kind of walk me through where I should aim and what I'm doing.
All right, so for you, if you're going to throw a straight ball, you're going to want to look at that center dot right there, the center arrow. Because your ball is probably going to go a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. So that's going to give you the most room for error.
All right. And what about my approach?
All right. So let's have you stand right here. Get your feet, get that dot right between your 2 feet. And you're going to want to walk towards your target.
All right.
So get your arm lined up, walk towards that center arrow, and reach out. And
I just wish I had a giant rose and a see-through ball like Bill Murray, Ernie McCracken, and Kingpin. Here we go. Be there, baby. Oh! Learning from the best.
That's what I'm talking about.
Learn from the best. Stick around. A few more minutes. We'll be back with Mr. Zack Newman. I wanted to call you the guy from Kingpin. I can't remember his name. Remember Randy Quaid character's name in Kingpin?
Oh, it's been a while.
What was his name, Robbie?
Rob's not here. I don't remember.
Well, we'll come back with this stat. He's going to throw us a hook, the real way you can throw a kingpin, if you will. Get a strike every time. Anyway, we'll be back right back in a few minutes. Stick
the
around.
fact that you just did that strike like that live on television, perfect. Straight down the middle. Great job.
It's luck. Trust me. Just learning from the best. That's all.
Thanks a lot, Josh.
Josh, what's the good word?
Well, the good word is I'm here with Zack Newman, one of Bakersfield's finest bowlers. He's kind of semi-pro right now. Got picked up by Ebonite, a professional bowling company. He's representing them. He's bowled 25 perfect games, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's legit. I wanted to get some tips from this morning. We're here at Regency Lanes in Bakersfield. He says Regency is where all the real bowlers bowl, by the way. So Zack, let's do another demonstration in case people are just not tuning in. You throw a hook, which is the advantageous angle you get when you throw a hook to get the maximum, optimum force angle, if you will, to get all those pins down. Right. Show us how to throw a proper hook.
Okay, proper hook. So, of course, you got to have a ball that's fitted to your hand, all that kind of stuff. You want to have a ball, you want to get one that's made by Ebonite if possible. Best bowling balls on the market, thank you very much. Okay, so the first thing you do is you want to line up here on the approach. For me, I like to turn the ball up a lot. So I'm going to stand over here to the left. It's called playing inside. So you want to line up, you get your feet, then you look at your target. So I'm going to look in between that center dot and the one next to it. Okay. It's going to be, I'm looking at about 20, it's called 23 board. 39 boards on a lane, and generally you want to pick one to hit.
And my dad said on the release, because he used to bowl, it's when you release, and it's almost like you're shaking someone's hand, where your hand should end up, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
All right, let's see it. You're on the spot. He said he wanted to get a strike on TV. He did that during the tease a few minutes ago. Let's see if he can do a repeat, huh?
All right, 2 for 2.
Zack Newman for the PBA Tour title. Bum bum ba-dum. The price is right. I'm glad you picked up on that. All right, good. All right, that was actually really good compared to what I'm about to do. I've never thrown a hook in my life. I throw a straight ball. This is going to be ugly. You guys ready? This is my attempt to throw a hook. Hold my mic, Zachary.
Got it.
Thank you very much.
Oh, maybe. Close.
I know. I feel like I need to redeem myself and just at least throw a straight ball and try to get a strike this time. But there's a really cool tournament coming up in a couple months, right, here at Regency. Talk about that, because that's kind of honoring a local legend.
Yes. Guy's name was Don Glover, and he won 5, I believe it was 5 national titles back in the 50s and 60s. Grew up in Bakersfield, and he made it out there on the national tour. And he passed away in, I think it was 1994. And so a couple guys that were around in that time wanted to create a tournament to kind of honor his memory and his legend. Very cool. It's called the Don Glover Memorial Tournament.
And the winner gets three grand, right?
$3,000, I think, is going to be first place this year.
Awesome.
Really, really cool event. You got guys from up and down California coming down to bowl, and we just kind of want to make everybody aware of that there is a big event in town. If you like bowling, if you're familiar with bowling, it's a really cool thing to come to be a part of, or just watch. It's
Zach, thanks for the lessons, buddy.
Absolutely.
Come check him out. Regency Lanes. Is it Don Glover, you say?
Yeah.
This is in memory of Don Glover, ladies and gentlemen. I can't bowl a strike every time. I rushed that one because we got to get out of here. Guys, I'm tossing it back to you. I'm going to keep practicing.
Good stuff, Josh. Thanks very much.